Hello everyone, and welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is the Rat's Nest. As always, I'm joined by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
She turned into a dog. The funniest shit I have ever seen.
That's so true. Chainsaw Man chapter 120, Triangle. Why is it called Triangle?
You think like the love triangle?
Maybe. Oh, that could be it. Because I don't know. I mean, what else would it be?
I thought it was. It could be. You know what? We'll just talk about it and see if anything triangle related comes up. How about that?
Yeah, we'll go back through it. So This was a good chapter, to put it lightly.
This was a really funny chapter. To give some context, I told Brandon this, but I was getting food earlier, and I was waiting for it, and I was like, I'll just open up the chapter to see what it was, and I just saw Yoru barking, and everyone around me was wondering why I was laughing so hard.
It's so true. I opened this up in class, and I saw this first page. I was like, Fujimoto. Like, what am I about to read, dude? I was like, what am I about to get into here in the middle of class?
Yeah, so let's hop right into it then.
So, starting off where we left off last time, right? Yoru has the chain in her head. Dennis is like, what's going on? And then Yoru, the chain is gone, and she starts barking like a dog.
All the Chainsaw Man fan streams are coming true.
Dude, I wish, am I right? So, then we have a very power-like Naita here. She's laughing.
There's a lot of similarities to them in this chapter.
There are. That's what a lot of people have pointed out. We get to see Yoru barking at the dogs, of course. Wow. That's so true. And this is like, Naito, what did you do? Turned her into a dog. That is so true, Naito. Natalie or Natasha, whatever you want to call her. Oh my gosh. I loved her character throughout this entire chapter. Her return did not disappoint.
Was awesome. Just seeing this early, because the last chapter, everyone's like, oh my god, like what's she gonna do? It just turned her into a dog. It's like, I just turned her into a dog. She's spit on my property.
Yeah, so here we have the confirmation that the reason Dennis couldn't turn into a weapon probably was because Naita considers him her property.
Yes.
At least somehow.
In the next page, he says, I'm my own property, but power scale, quick, we got a power scale, because she thinks she owns him. Yeah,
because she's the full devil incarnation as opposed to Yoru, who's a possession.
Yeah.
So here we get, because she's been on my property, funny, and then we get the funny panel of Yoru looking like a dog next to Dennis. That's so true. my own property, turn her back this instant. I'm hungry, can't do it. Nuh-uh. That's so true. Very power-like. So I think this chapter, when we'll see it more, we see that Naita is definitely controlling, right? Because she's the control devil. That's what she does. But it seems like her and Dennis have a very even relationship still.
Yeah, it's pretty
despite
good.
That, because when we'll get to this one specific line, but
it's different, because he's literally rooming with the control devil.
He's like, fine, I'll cook something. Turn her back what you're eating.
Remember whenever?
She accepts. She's like, yeah, I'll do that if you do something for me.
Whenever everyone was worried that she was gonna be like Makima, like literally like 2 weeks ago.
There were some people that thought that, sure.
That I never thought. I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of similarities, but I never thought she'd. Because obviously, if she were like Makima, then there'd be a failure on Denji's part. So I like seeing her as more of like the, like a kid abusing their power type of.
Yeah, like power. I don't think that it's a coincidence that Naita is characterized similar to Power.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she is.
Maybe she is the blood devil. I don't know. And we get to see Yoru sleeping with the dogs and Meowie cameo.
Meowie
cameo.
Twitter, but yeah. So he's taking. God, not only is he taking care of one control devil, one cat, but now he's taking care of 6 dogs.
There's a lot of dogs. I can't remember how many there were.
I'm counting also 6 dogs? That's crazy.
That's crazy. On the next page he goes, finish your food and turn her back already. I'm serious. We get to see the dogs trying to steal Naita's food. Dennis is just looking on, right? And then she goes, are you sure you want me to turn her back? He's like, huh? Dennis, she got his name wrong, which is interesting. Interesting characterization to get his name wrong, right? Dennis,
Yeah,
every woman you meet tries to kill you, right? What makes you think this dog is any different? And he goes, why?
Like the entire Chainsaw Man fandom right there. Every woman
I read that. I was like, bro, Nayuta gets it.
I like that she's very self-aware of the situation. Like, she knows, like, yeah, everyone you meet tries to kill you. Like, why is she any different? And he's like, I get the feeling that she's different, and she
bad feeling, Dennis.
Wrong. Could not be more wrong.
He's like, if you say so. It's not like you die. Okay, I'll turn her back. And then on 2 conditions, if you won't abide by them, I'll leave her a dog for life. So funny conditions, right?
Yeah.
And Dennis is like, what do you want? So this is kind of like a normal thing, right? He's not like, he's just like, oh, what do you want? Whatever. This has happened before, right?
Oh, damn, you turned the mailman into a dog. All right, what do you want to let him go? Stuff like that.
Yeah. And he goes, 1, from now on, you let me eat ice cream every day. So this is the line I was talking about, where like they have a pretty even relationship, because she's like, you let me eat ice cream every day. So it's not like I'm going to eat ice cream every day and you can't stop me. It's you will let me, right?
Yeah.
So like he still has that control where he wasn't letting her before. And now like sure he's going to let her, but he's like as long as I get some too. So it's even, right? I think that that's very explicitly shown throughout the chapter that they have an even relationship, which is important because that's what Nayuta or Makima wanted, right? That's what the control devil wanted was equals.
But what I do find interesting is how like both these conditions, in a way you could look at them, is Freudian slip. I was about to say it wrong. Dennis is giving up some control to Nayuta, where it's like, you let me eat ice cream every day, where it's like, okay, where he's basically relinquishing some of that control to her, and then the next one, 2, no more getting friendly with her, so she's controlling that aspect of Dennis's life now. Mm-hmm. It's a small aspect, but still gaining control nonetheless.
Yeah. Dennis is like, are you for real? And she goes, oh, believe me, you're better off that way. I don't like her scent. So I don't know if she knows Yoru is the war devil. She definitely knows something is off. I don't think she's doing this to be necessarily controlling. I think she's doing this to help him. Yeah. Right. That's what I think anyway.
At least condition number 1 was, kind of funny, but number 2, it's like, yeah, you're not allowed to get friendly with her.
Yeah, no, I can definitely respect it because, like, I think that she's doing this for Dennis, and Dennis is like, her scent, and he's like, does she smell like wet dog? And she says, that's a good smell, dummy. Anyway, don't act friendly with her. I think last chapter Dennis said that someone told him that wet dog smelled good. It was probably Nayuta.
Probably.
And I just like, anyways, don't act friendly with her. I'll alter her memory so she thinks you stood her up today.
Also, you're gonna have to remind me. Didn't Makima do that to the angel devil originally?
Yes.
I don't remember. Like, what was the context for that?
It was like she made him forget what she made him do, which was like kill everyone in the village that like found him after he was born.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is that. And so again, so it's nice. So like she's like, it's like nice, right? Like she's doing this in Dennis's best interest.
Yeah, despite what he wants. Sometimes people, they get in over their head like he would be doing here. And he's like, you'll what? And then she'll hate me. And she's like, so what? You're done getting close to her anyway.
And then Dennis is like, what? And then you see Yoru. And we get Nayuta pouting.
Oh, God, that's not going to take Chainsaw Man manga Twitter.
I didn't see that. That's something I noticed on my own. I didn't see that anywhere on Twitter, which was surprising.
Honestly surprising, yeah.
I thought they'd be all over that.
Yeah, but then we get some really good reaction panels because, again, Fujimoto's good at drawing reactions here. And then Dennis eventually goes like, "Sigh, you come first, Nayuta." And then we get a really good panel of Nayuta doing like the peace sign with her fingers.
So this is people have read this, right, and they've been like, "Oh, this is a negative, right? Oh, Nayuta has a control over Dennis's life. Like he doesn't want this." He's like, I guess. No, I think that this is a good scene. I think that this is a scene that shows how strong their characters are. Because Dennis respects Nayuta and wants to take care of her. Because of what happened in part 1, he promised to take care of her. He promised to give the control devil a home. He remembers what Makima was, and he doesn't want Nayuta to become that. And he also, I guarantee that he also respects her decision to a degree.
Yeah,
right?
and
I think that this is a good scene, and I think that Naita is happy that Dennis trusts her. I don't think this is like a haha gotcha. I think this is like a hey, I'm glad that you trust me and that we have this equal relationship between the two of us. That's what I think, anyways. I don't know. Fiji Water can do what he wants with this story, and I could be completely wrong, and people could point and laugh and say, "Oh, there's the clown on the clown parade," right? But we just don't know.
I see it as positive too. My thoughts on it are, Nayuta sees that Dennis is getting himself into like a weird situation because she's like smells kind of off. Like she knows something's weird with Asa Yoru, and it's just like it's for your own good. A lot of women that you've been with want to kill you. I don't think this one's any different. There's something off about her. I'm doing this despite what you might want in the moment now for your best interest in the future. So it's just Nayuta. I mean, it happens in real life all the time. Not this particular situation. I would hope this doesn't happen in real life all the time. But situations where friends got to be forceful to help their other friends. So I see it as a good thing. She's just trying to look out for Dennis's well-being, even if Dennis doesn't see it as a positive. It is overall a positive thing. I agree with you, Brandon.
I don't see Faulty Motor going the route of making Nayuta evil. I just don't.
No, like right now, I mean, she's like a kid. I mean, she is, but like, yeah, she's just doing like what a kid would want, like give me ice cream and like, you're like getting all like up, you're getting like naughty with the person I'm living with, like you can't do that anymore. Yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think this was good. And then turning the page, Miss Femcell herself. Classic Yoru and Asa interaction here. Yoru goes, "It's getting dark. I think we've been stood up." So that's so funny. We've been stood up, right? I think that's funny. Yeah. It's possible he truly isn't into you. He seemed taken with you on the aquarium date, but you might be better off targeting a different boy. And Asa's the Josh moment.
When you flip the page, you get once again Asa never beating the Femcell allegations.
Never. She's never beating them.
Starts out normal. It's like, you must have forgotten. Not that I care. It gets a bit more. I mean, I was only going on this date to warn him to stay away from me anyway. I didn't want to spend that much money on dating. Plus, I wanted to do my schoolwork. In fact, you know what? I'm glad he forgot. And then I don't want to read all this text.
I'll read it. I'll admit to feeling the slightest desire for a human touch for a moment there, but only because... But that only happened because I was confined in a small space with a member of the opposite sex for an extended period of time. It was the hormones kicking in. At the end of the day, my priority is to beat Chainsaw Man and get my body back. There's no reason for me to stalk on Denji. Actually, I prefer solitude. I'll have an easier time attaining my own personal happiness without him, And then you're just very small as opposed to how close to Asa's face we got. And it's just like,
so good at writing loser characters.
Oh my gosh.
This is such a good scene. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I didn't want to go on a date. You know what? I prefer to be alone. I'm happy I got stood up. This is
actually what I wanted to be stood. I wanted him to stand me up. I'm winning here.
I prefer solitude. I am the Femcell. I won this round. It's like there's no one around it. The literal demons in her own head going,
I saw this page. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's the starfish again. That's beautiful.
At least with the starfish, that was her like trying to impress Dennis, even though he got bored. Mm-hmm. This is just like pure full copium of denial. This is good.
Oh yeah, it's good. We get the classic Fujimoto panel repetition. Works very well. It works very well. It happened earlier with Dennis, I think 2 times.
Yeah.
And here we get that classic. I mean, they're the exact same panel, which is cool. What you call it?
Well,
and then Asa gets a bad case of the Denji face.
She kind of does. What's wrong with me? All I should about is getting my body back. She looks over and then fucking
Josh.
I'm gonna read the quote. I'm gonna send his gay ass into the sun. Asa, get out of there.
It's the best. That could be the best Chainsaw Man tweet I've seen.
It's pretty good.
Could be since it restarted. Gonna send his gay ass into the sun. That's so true.
Everywhere. he shows up in every fucking arc like this, and there's something going wrong. And yeah, he just shows up. It's like, you okay? And she's like, what do you want? I mean, what are you doing? And she says, absolutely nothing. And then it ends with him asking her, will you keep me company for a bit then?
Oh, Josh is going to be a villain, dude. Josh is going to be the villain.
Oh, this is Valentine's Day. Not only did we get, what are the people who ship Asa and
Asadin.
Asadin? That's dumb. Like, they got their hearts broken because of a breakup on Valentine's, and then fucking gay ass himself, Josh, shows up. He's like, oh, come with me.
Who's gonna win Ashley's heart, bro? Josh or Dennis?
That's why it's called Triangle.
And that could be why. You know, whenever you said love triangle, right, Kyle? I forgot about Josh, and I was thinking Asa, Naita, and Dennis. And I was like, what do you mean by that? I think like that video, that guy's like, what do you mean by that?
Because that's
what are you trying to say?
Shows up at the end. I'm sorry, you forgot Peak.
I did forget Peak, dude. Josh is so gonna be the villain of this next little arc. Look, Fiji Water's taken 2 weeks for the past 2-3 chapters, right? We got a week for next one. That means something's about to go on. Whenever he comes back from those 2, that means something's about to go on, right? That's what that means.
What do you mean by that?
No, he's cooking. So Fiji Water is cooking right now.
Oh my god.
We get Asa obviously torn up over Dennis abandoning her, right? So she's down bad, right? She is down horrendous. Down absolutely foul.
Down, just if you will.
I mean, just she's never beating the lovesick allegations, bro.
Lovesick femcel loser allegations. It's hilarious.
It's so true. And then we get Josh sauntering in. And then we get her just looking at him. And so, what's going on in the next chapter?
I don't know. I suppose we'll find out. Obviously, we're gonna have some interaction with. Do you think that? Okay, a genuine thought. I think what'll happen is he approaches, or Josh approaches Ashley, and it'll end with like, "Are you the War Devil?" I don't know. That's my prediction. Probably not going to go that way, but I think it'd be, he wants to talk with her. They might have like a long talk, and then it's like, "Oh, well, you should stay a while, War Devil." And then it's like, "Oh, what? How do you know who I am?"
It could. I could see this being an introduction to the wider plot of part 2. Kind of similar to like where you have the introduction to kind of like the Gun Devil stuff. That was before even Eternity Devil. So I don't know. I feel like the fake Saw Man is like the quote unquote main plot, right? You have Famine, right? I don't know if it would be something with her, because if you remember from the end of the Aquarium arc, from the end of Eternity Devil, Famine and Josh have some history, right? They have some connection between the two of them. And so maybe we could see that elaborated on, because we don't know what Josh wants with Ashley. And honestly, we don't even know if Ashley is going to say yes and go with him. She could very well not do that. I could see Fujimoto writing Faulty Motor. I could see Faulty Motor writing like she just says no, like, I'm not going to go with you right now. I don't feel like talking to anyone.
Why don't you come with me, War Devil Chan? And then they go.
I mean, and Fujimoto definitely could do that. I don't think that we should underestimate the fact that we are in the middle of the 3rd big arc of the series. Kind of really maybe the 4th, if you want to consider the first little bit its own arc, and then you have Justice Devil and Eternity Devil.
In part 1, after Dennis got his powers, it was the Bat and Leech Devil, the Eternity Devil, and then shit hit the fan, like full force hit the fan whenever we got to Katana Man.
So, are we about to enter
the Katana Man?
Part 2, Katana Man?
If Katana Man shows up again, I'm gonna be so utterly baffled that Fujimoto is just like basically writing part 1, but with the number 2.
I mean, theoretically, the hybrids are still alive. Because I don't think we ever saw them die, and whenever Makima died, they would just leave her control, I guess. So they could still be out there. Katana Man could still be alive.
Yeah, who knows? For all we know, that could be a thing that happens. Maybe they all show up again. Who knows? We'll have to find out.
We know that Josh is a member of public safety. We also know that he's a member of the organization that wants to keep Dennis's secret. Now, is public safety that same organization? Maybe, probably. I don't know if it'd be too much of a stretch just to assume not, but I suppose it's never been 100% confirmed either, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the question of, what is Josh's motive in all this? He's easily been the most mysterious character in part 2, by a long shot.
Arguably one of them.
What is his whole mysterious thing? I'm also forgetting, I just remembered, he mentioned the Death Devil. He's the one that name-dropped the Death Devil.
In the aquarium.
So, this dude has ties. He knows Fami. He mentioned the Death Devil. At this point, he's very familiar with both the War Devil and the Control Devil. Right? Mm-hmm. Even if maybe he doesn't know he's familiar with the War Devil, but he probably does, right? He's Josh. What doesn't he know? Kishibe even said that Josh was stronger than him. Maybe we get Kobani next chapter.
Say that? When did Kishibe say that?
In International Assassins.
Oh, he did? Damn. Well, yeah. Josh has something malicious is brewing.
Josh is cooking. Josh is cooking something mysterious. He's got the mysterious dish going on right now.
Me too. He has the wonder dish. We don't know what it is. And hopefully we'll get to see some of what Josh brings to the table in the next chapter, you know?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. This was a good chapter. This was a hilarious chapter. I love this chapter. Probably one of my favorites of part 2 just because out of principle alone. This was really funny. It was pretty well written. It was sad that breakup happened on Valentine's Day, and then his gay ass is going to get sent to the sun eventually.
Happens to the best of them. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like, so make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment telling us exactly what dish Josh is cooking up in the kitchen right now. And we will see you this Sunday with One Piece again. I've read the spoilers, Kyle. It'll be a good chapter. And then after that, I don't know, Chainsaw Man next week, which is kind of baller. Oh, and be sure to Friday, be sure to go to Goobers and Screens, link in the description, for JoJo Lands.
Yeah, you're forgetting the big land and the JoJo.
It's probably going to be Friday, and it could be Thursday. We're not entirely certain. Thursday or Friday. Honestly, probably Friday morning if we record Thursday night. But we'll see. We'll see how the cookie crumbles there. So yeah. So I think that's everything. So we will see you all in the next one. And bye.
Bye.